What's up, El Paso? Welcome back to this week's episode of Annie's Adventures and Friends. I've got a cool table of fellas here today, so I'm just going to turn the camera around and introduce everybody and give you a heads up. Vincent is on the way, the man himself, the minister of rock and roll. You guys have met him on the show before, but he's here to talk about baseball today. He'll pop in and then we'll go on and get around to him. But let me introduce you to my friends who are here. Guys, how's it going? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Over here to the right, I have the Cultura Libre HiFi Café with Blake and Jonathan. Thank you guys. I just was with you guys like a week or two ago, for a little bit of a Star Wars loteria and drinks and all. And then over here to the left, yes, my left. We have Jeff with Iron Gnome. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your all's time and coming in the middle of the week. So thank you. And from Hueco Tanks?
I came from work.
Okay, cool. Do you live in Hueco Tanks?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense, right? So we're going to go around the table, as always, go on and dissect everybody's business. Tell us the who, what, when, where, why, upcoming things. If you guys are asking for anything from the community, now is a good time to do that. And then I do have a couple questions for you. Well, three. What type of marketing do you do? I work in a marketing agency, so I like to, we have a lot of business people, owners who watch, so give them some ideas, right? What type of marketing do you do? Do you have any tips or advice for business owners? And are you using AI? And if so, how? Cool? All right, let's go on and start with you guys over here. All right, what's up, what's up, guys? Blah, blah, blah. All right, okay, Cultura Libre HiFi Café.
It's a mouthful, but
yes, but it's bomb too. So it's a super cool, like, small spot inside Old Sheepdog of El Paso, one of the best spots here in the 915, which means that it's go local all the time, right?
Absolutely. For sure.
So you guys have your cafe in there. I want to go on and let you guys take it away. Tell us about the theme, what inspired you guys, what are some of the drinks that they can find, your upcoming events, the grand opening. Sure. Because you guys are in your soft opening stage right now.
We
yeah?
are. Correct. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to let you guys take it away.
You got it. You want to start off, Jonathan?
Go. Yeah, he's better to start it off, and I like to add to stuff.
So, the concept is, kind of a Japanese listening cafe that started in the 40s.
Yeah, so it's nothing new, it's nothing innovative, but something different for the city.
A little different, and like you said, it's a really small space. I think Jonathan and I, since we met each other and became friends, we've been looking forward to doing something, working together, being creative, and flexing some muscles that are, we don't often get to do. We're both professional brewers and lived in the beer world for so long that it felt really good to kind of start conceptualizing this and with the idea that it is about, like kindness and fun and expression, personal expression and feeling good about your music and your coffee and providing a fun space for people to enjoy that.
Yeah, and kind of, there's a leaning trend towards super high, and coffees and cafes, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It feels a niche that, it's a lot of people have an interest to, but, going back to this whole kindness thing, it's like some of these cafes you walk into and it's not very welcoming.
No.
They make you feel very kind of dumb if you don't know what you're ordering or something, but, we do carry high quality coffee from different roasters. Right now we're carrying coffee from Little City Coffee Roasters in Austin, Texas, and we're getting their matcha from them as well, and tea.
That was really good matcha too. I tried it. It was like an unusual drink I had never had before, and it was like a matcha spritzer.
Yeah, we made a cool, we got a hold of some fresh yuzu and we made a syrup with it, and something different, something fun. But the whole thing is we want people to feel comfortable, and we're never going to talk down on someone. If you don't know what certain blank is, we'll recommend things, and that's the whole thing of even walking into Sheepdog. Like, nobody should feel dumb ordering a beer or a coffee or anything like that. It's just, feel at home, feel comfortable, try something different, and, I don't know, enjoy it. Yeah. But even, like I said, on our wall, there's a sticker that says kindness as an act of rebellion. This is, I don't know, it kind of, I'm not even going to go down the rabbit hole of today's or
today or last year or
current time. It's just you know, it's just be kind to one another, and that's the whole thing, and just go in and listen to records and open up a conversation. Like we've already heard some cool stories of people just coming in and talking about concerts or talking about this kind of record, and that's the whole thing. Just be like a nice community space and feel comfortable and hang out, and no one's gonna, someone we might be like, no, that band kind of sucks. We're doing it in a fun kind of way. We're not being malicious about it or anything, if you want to bring your records, feel free to bring your records, show it to us, and
And we don't sell records for the record. We just want to have them there, as part of our expression of what we like and what our clientele likes, and I think authentic and approachable is kind of like what we're trying to do.
It's your cup of tea.
Yeah, exactly.
So just to kind of keep on going on the thing, we've been listening to everything from Chaperone to some other heavy metal bands, to Hank Williams, to Outkast. We've gone through it all. And we even actually made a Pink Pony Club drink the other day.
Pink Pony Club soda.
What is this? You guys have another kind of soda that I was like, what the heck is that? I got to go back and try. Tell us about some of the drinks.
Actually, like I said, we're kind of a standard cafe offerings, from drip coffee to lattes and what else? Yeah,
matchas and espresso tonics and all that. I think all the stuff that you would come to find, cortado, and we've learned that we can do some pretty good, decent cappuccinos lately. But we want to dabble into the mocktail world, and not everybody that goes to Sheepdog is gonna necessarily be wanting to consume alcohol, and we wanted to be a place that you could get a really tasty non-alcoholic beverage too. So we're gonna have all the great coffees and teas and Earl Greys and all that green tea and all that stuff. But we're gonna have some fun too and experiment with some of that mocktail stuff.
Yeah, and kind of like where it goes back to like our beer experience in beer and
that's what I was gonna bring you back. I was like, well, wait, there's
sometimes
more.
we pull in from these weird ideas, like, well, we got this produce or whatever today, so let's like mess around. Let's F around and find out, right? Like,
well, and real quick, just so people know a little bit about your background, which breweries are you guys coming from? What breweries and podcasts are you guys coming from?
So breweries, I was the co-founder and head brewer at Public House 28 there in
love them so much.
Chamberino. Rest in peace. There is no longer what it was. But a great, awesome experience out there. And then we both were the head brewer at Aurelia's at different times.
Okay.
So he was also at...
I got the startup at Ode many years
ago.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And then I brewed at Independence Brewing in Austin for several years and made my way back, but
everybody always makes their way back.
Somehow. Everybody talks shit, but
I was in Austin too for a while. I also don't drink anymore because I was in Austin.
And then made my way with Gus, and I'm the head brewer now at Sheepdog.
Oh, okay. So you're doing both sides.
I'm dabbling in both. Yeah,
love it. But that's fun though, because that shows. I mean, you guys have to be like some kind of scientist to be brewing beer, and now you're also thinking of other types of drinks.
Yeah, it opens up.
I think it's fun
to creativity and looking at things a little bit differently, and expressions of flavors and experiences. And all that stuff.
In a lot of ways, it's definitely a coffee shop that's run like a brewery as far as
that's kind of cool, though, right? That's a cool vibe in itself. And real quick, because I really am curious, what was that drink that I'm talking about? The one with the cola
with the cotton candy on top of it?
No, but what's that?
Oh, the one that you made.
No, there's like the one on the bottom of the menu, and I was like, what the heck is that? It had a Coke in it.
Espresso Cola.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
Espresso Cola. Yeah, so that's a double shot of espresso. We use Coca-Cola, just regular old Coca-Cola, and some vanilla ice. I mean, it's like
it's normal. I've never heard of that in my life.
Delicious. It is.
I've heard of like a chocolate Coke, but I've never heard of an espresso Coke. That's pretty cool.
We've done it also with Café de Olla syrup, which is really tasty. So. Yeah.
Very nice. Do you guys make your own syrups?
We absolutely do.
I love
it. So our signature syrups for the moment are just a nice plain old vanilla, but it's it's a good plain old vanilla.
Good vanilla.
The OG vanilla.
We're doing like a toasted honey sage.
Wow, that sounds
dope.
That was really popular.
I bet. I mean, it sounds like a...
It's kind of like the desert.
That sounds so pretty. Yeah.
Who are the coffee people and who are the Iron Gnome people?
Vincent just got here, everybody.
Nice to meet you. What do you call it? Blake?
Yes. All right.
Jonathan, what's the name of y'all's coffee place?
Cultura Libre.
Oh, wonderful! I've never heard of it.
You
So
got to
that's
go
why
check
I'm
it
here.
out.
Brandon?
Yeah.
I do know who you are. I mean, rather, I know you. I've never met you before, but I know your
Part of the
place.
establishment.
Right.
That's great.
Awesome. Thank you for coming.
Keep talking.
Yes. Let's keep talking. You said something about cotton candy also?
Oh yeah.
Is that the pink pony?
That is, we did our Pink Pony Club soda has watermelon cotton candy on top of it.
Watermelon cotton.
And we did, if you're a Slayer fan, Raining Blood
pretty good.
mocktail that's got pina colada, cotton candy on top, and fun. You push it down in and flavors
Who's
the drink.
making your all's cotton candy?
We do.
That
We
sounds
make-
so. We
we
can
make
also
the cotton
purchase a side of cotton candy. Like
That's actually kind of a pain in the butt to make.
Right?
So
Yeah, it is, huh?
Just
That's
got a little
awesome.
child's toy.
Yeah.
Started playing around with it.
it works.
That's awesome. So, do you guys have anything coming up that we want to talk about? How do people get a hold of you? Do you guys do?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, our grand opening is going to be the biggest event of the month for us. It's on the 21st, Saturday. We hope to have some live music, spinning records, obviously, have some drink specials. We're going to have a beer release with Old Sheepdog,
Oh, yeah.
collaboration with them
so
as
it's-
well.
Yeah, so that's going to be a coconut orange cold brew porter.
Coconut orange sounds nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be a kind of a co-release and kind of help bring and promote people into the brewery.
Yeah.
And we'll have a cold brew, like, just as a coffee in the
Okay.
same vein. So,
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll probably be running we'll kind of experiment and make some fun drinks for, for the day too.
Yeah, for sure. But 21st, February 21st, please come out. At Old Sheepdog, there's, like I said, there's obviously the vintage shops upstairs that are super great. And, if you like motorcycles, there's a motorcycle shop and a great art gallery.
Oh, yeah.
So,
If you
so
wanna-
much great
If you
stuff.
want to get your pump on, there's a gym
There's
over
a
there.
gym
Right.
upstairs.
Central Market.
Central,
I mean, there's
yeah.
always something going on over there,
Always
which
something
I
going
love because it's a whole. It's very much a whole go local vibe.
Absolutely.
Supporting. There's always some artists throwing down new work outside,
For
like
sure.
on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock at night. Like,
Right.
what the fuck? But it's happening there, so it's a really good hub. I think anybody who's interested in music, art, vintage culture, this is a great spot for you to come and check
But
it
as
out.
far too, right now currently you can find us. We're there from like 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Monday through Saturday, and we do stay open late if there's any events.
Like today, there's a life drawing thing. We're going to go back after we're done here
Okay.
and be there for the life drawing. event.
Nice.
So,
There's always something going on over there.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Fortunately not.
What's that?
Fortunately not.
All right. Is there anything you guys are requesting from the community?
Oh man, just bring a good attitude, a palate for some great coffee, and bring some records for us to listen and spin. We're
Yeah.
we're here.
Come hang
Just
out.
come hang out.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
come hang out. Yeah.
You know, collaborating with the Beat Club, that vinyl collective.
Oh,
that do
yeah.
those
Not yet.
things.
Not
Very
yet.
cool.
Not yet.
Yeah,
That
we
would
need
be
to
cool.
reach out to them. But we did have actually a touring band stop by our place the other day. And
Who was it?
The Well.
The well from
Oh wow.
Awesome. Very
Stopped
cool.
by, signed a record, hung out for a while.
super
That's
friendly,
dope.
awesome folks. So
Yeah,
check out the well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're actually going to try to get them to play at Sheepdog for another event.
That'd be awesome.
Coming by, so.
Watch out, El Paso.
That's right.
Check them out. How do they find you?
Cultura Libre Café on Instagram right now, and we'll have a website up soon. But Instagram's probably the best way to follow us. That's where we're doing most of our action. So Cultura Libre Café on Instagram.
Yeah.
I love it.
What about for those of us who don't have Instagram? How else do we where's the location? I missed that.
Old Sheepdog, inside Old Sheepdog. So,
Groovy.
yeah.
Good
Old
people.
Sheepdog. And then, okay, what type of marketing do you do? Do you have any advice or tips for business owners? And are you using AI? If so, how?
Sure. So our marketing is this, connecting with our community and our local people like yourself that are doing great things, and obviously Instagram. We'll I feel like you have to have a TikTok and stuff now, so I would imagine we'll dabble
It's like
into
a
that.
business card.
Yeah, but it'll be social medias where we do most of our advertising and promoting. I would say. What was one of the other questions?
Tips or advice?
Tips for advice. Be authentic.
Yeah, just if you have a vision, it's sometimes difficult to manage it, but just go for it.
And it may sometimes people don't understand your Japanese inspired cafe. But once it kind of comes together a little bit, people start to come around and understand. And just be authentic, be yourself, and be kind.
There you go. I love it.
And AI.
Yes.
Yes, we've been using AI. I've actually, in between brewing jobs, I work for like a AI kind of company thing. And I learned to use it pretty well. And yeah, we've been using it for imagery and stuff for daily posts, maybe If one of us is going to be behind the bar, we'll throw up a post that we use AI for. But as far as like our branding and logo and stuff, we used an actual marketing graphic designer that we paid a good amount for and was super happy with. I think AI is an incredibly useful tool. I don't like it when everything you can tell it's AI. Like if it looks like, oh, that's obviously AI. There's a way to use it that doesn't ooze AI. And it just takes a little practice, I think, to get going in that direction. I think it's great for some things. I don't think it's great for everything.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Did you want to add to that?
No, pretty much.
Solid. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Did we catch everything?
I think so.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming in. Make sure to check out Cultura Libre HiFi Café inside of Old Sheepdog and tell them I sent you. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna move on over here to Jeff. No, we're looking at you. Don't look at him. All right, so Jeff is here with Iron Gnome. I'm excited to meet you because I'm really excited to learn more about this mysterious place called the Iron Gnome that you only hear about through whispers. And then I found there is an actual Instagram page, so that's pretty dope too. But still, you gotta be in the know. So tell us all about the Iron Gnome. How did it come to be? What is it? All the good stuff. Where is it?
Okay, we'll start with, I guess, where it is, which is, it's on Hueco Tanks Road. If you drive past Red Sands, there's a UFO-shaped building. Just a couple doors down from that on the right is where it's located.
Okay.
How it came to be, I was going to go to graduate school and interviewed, got accepted, blah, blah, blah. And they told me how much tuition was going to be, and there was no way. I could not afford it. And around that same time, this property had gone up for sale. And I think like many people, I was infatuated with just the landscaping of the property.
Sure. It's special.
Everybody who's climbed at Hueco Tanks from all over the world knows this property because of the yucca trees and the way that they were groomed and all this. And when I was much younger, there was some guys, old men, hanging out on the porch, and they'd just be playing guitars, and it was a hardware store.
In Hueco Tanks?
Yeah.
Are you from that area?
No, I've been climbing at Hueco since for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is a mecca for climbers.
Yeah, it's one of the best in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was always, it was such a cool vibe, to see these guys just drinking beers, playing their guitars on the porch. And so that property went up for sale, and I called a real estate agent friend and got in negotiations, made a deal, and I told the real estate guy, I was like, I think I can make this into a bar. And he's like, I think you probably can too. And I started jumping through the hoops to get the licenses and the permits through TABC and get that going. And it was already zoned for commercial use.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Because that's a pain in the ass itself.
That's my understanding, but yeah, it's commercial one, so didn't have to do anything in regards to that, and just had to build it out and do, it was kind of a dilapidated building. It's still a dilapidated building, let's be honest. But everything that's inside, the nuts and bolts, the plumbing, the electrical, the aesthetics have kind of a desert mystique to them, which is kind of cool. So, and then it started as just a bar. I was the bartender. Climbers would come in, locals would come in, have some drinks, and then... How
cool, like a climber's bar.
Yeah, it's like, and every big climbing area has one.
And I've always wondered, because like El Paso,
Waco
never had anything. Like it is such a mecca around the world, but we don't have a climbing store in El Paso.
So, interestingly, there is a climbing store out there.
Out there.
They actually manufacture one of the most important pieces of equipment that they're using these days to cover your knees with rubber. They're made in Hueco Tanks.
What?
Wow. Yeah.
I need to have them on the show. Introduce me, please.
Yeah. That'll be you'll probably hear about them just through us doing this right now.
Yeah.
But, so there's a climbing shop out there, and it's bouldering specific. So they're not selling the stuff you'd see on the big walls of Yosemite. It's all very much geared
for the area. Yeah.
So there's campgrounds out there. Some are bigger than others. One of them has a big barn house, so you can rent rooms in it, and they have a bar, but it's like everyone's camping there, buy tequila or whiskey or whatever, and beers. And there's a bar in it, but it's not a bar.
Yeah.
So the Iron Gnome's become a place for people to just congregate in it, of all the campgrounds. So rather than be like, oh, I wasn't invited to this fire, or something, this is like a place that anybody can go.
Yeah, everybody goes
all the time. And we have a lot of themed events. So like we had a tracksuit party. Where everybody's dressed up in tracksuits. a lot of live music. We're supporting live music in El Paso in a big way. And that just came from, the bars kind of grew from room to room. So it started as just the bar area. And then everyone was like, we need a stage. So I bought a bunch of wood and they built a stage. And we painted it black and I got a PA system. And turns out the PA system sounds really good. And then the bands love playing in this room. So it's pretty easy to get them to come back. And then I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with the restaurant over called Sabretooth.
Yeah.
So Cass is a friend of mine and she's like, hey man, I got this food truck behind, there was a gun store next to Sabretooth, gunsmith, maybe not a store, but a smith.
Yeah.
So I got this food truck behind that gun store running and drove it out to Hueco Tanks and we parked it in the barn and now she's no longer involved with Sabretooth. She's sold out.
She's got her own thing.
But she has a food truck inside of the Iron Gnome.
That's so cool.
Inside, I've been there, yeah. It's very, very cool.
Inside of the Iron
I've been to a couple of shows there.
Cool.
My friend Larissa, who actually works here, or used to work here, had her birthday show there with Jenna Ivey and then
you were there
recently.
I wasn't there.
Oh, really? Yeah. Also, a friend of mine is in a band called Our Friend the Mountain. He's a drummer. And
what a cool band name.
Yeah, they've been around for a while.
They're great.
My colleague, Irving, we're both music teachers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's good stuff that you guys do out there. Seeing the food truck inside of the venue is like,
I really got to get out there, Jeff. Oh my God, you guys are killing me.
I will say, when I drove out there the first time, I thought that I missed it because I was like, did I miss it? Oh no,
mysterious.
Because it's just so far out there.
Yeah.
That you forget where the road ends, but that's the last stop before the road starts meandering and it becomes, and you're leaving El Paso.
Yeah,
it's like
if you start seeing Hudspeth County, then you went just a little too far.
But that UFO building is you can't miss it.
You cannot. Yep.
That's awesome. So you got food, you got music, you got a bar, and how often are you open?
Well, so that's one of the we are open on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay, never fail. Okay.
Through climbing season. So to me, and things change, right? As we evolve, and I guess we could talk about that for business owners and stuff, and how you don't bite off more than you can chew.
And it's 5 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So Fridays and Saturdays, pretty regularly, right? Come April or so, the climbing season really falls off a cliff because it gets warm here, and you can't do this type of climbing at this caliber in that heat. So the climbers stop coming here from everywhere. There's the core group that live here,
the locals,
but we're not all. You can't just drink at a bar. Your bar. We're not that type of people, right? The bar doesn't give off that vibe. So what we were doing last summer is we were open one day a month, one Saturday, and I would book a band and we would have a neighborhood potluck.
Oh, like a big shindig.
Yeah, and then that would get everyone there at once, which was really cool. The years before that just closed for the summer. We were doing Thursdays through Sunday through football season. A local musician, Josh Marin, he was playing guitar and doing his songs on Thursday nights, and kind of had him as like a residency, so he was there every single Thursday doing that. And then he was my bartender on Sundays for football because he's a sports aficionado, and I don't know a fucking thing about sports.
Climbing isn't a sport?
It's different. Yeah, it's a sport. I know a lot about climbing and dirt biking, but not about team sports and soccer. Okay. I'll watch it if it's a good game. You can kind of tell when it's exciting.
Because like athletic engagement, people like always lump that in as a sport, and then you can always take a gamesman. Like a game like baseball, for example, which we'll talk about in a bit, is like I always joke and say, "Oh, I love baseball because it's not a real sport." And I mean, I'm joking, of course, there's like this involves a lot of waiting and thinking, whereas this involves a lot of moving and climbing. Where does climbing in that spectrum? Like how much thinking and how much moving is in climbing?
It's probably 75% hanging out with your friends.
Okay, cool. So it's not a lot of moving.
Literally hanging,
It's 25% like nails like going hard.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, with some walking. I don't consider the walking part of the sport, but you're hiking.
And also, there's not. I mean, pardon me, I don't know anything about climbing, but like there's not really in any sport, there's inherently a competitive aspect. Generally, a sport means there is some kind of goal. Climbing is just climbing.
And that's a great point you bring up. Climbing has different kind of schools of thought, and there's absolutely competition climbing. And those competition climbers absolutely do come to Hueco Tanks and perform at a very high level. For a lot of people, climbing is just a nice way to move your body, breathe in coordination with the movements that you're doing. that are more aggressive than yoga or something along those lines, where you're really, as you move, you're exhaling and doing things that you cognizantly that you wouldn't think about tying together in another way. And that's really important to some people, just moving over the stone. And difficulty may have nothing to do with why they climb. They just like being outside and touching the rock and the smells and all the things that come with the nature experience.
Being outdoors, yeah.
But also staying fit and having that mind-body connection and the neuromuscular connections and all those things. So there's different camps in why people climb, but competition is a thing. And then obviously people trying to overcome their own egos as far as the rating systems and feeling like they're climbing better than other people. You know, there's all types. So I hope that answers your question kind of around.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's very insightful, but you have a very cool bar.
Well, it's the people that make it cool, right?
Yeah.
The bar, it's, you know, gnomes are cool. Everybody likes gnomes, and it's just around the
It's
same
a cool
time.
name.
Like,
It is a cool name.
I was kind of sad when I couldn't afford to go to graduate school.
Sure.
Right? Like that takes a lot of effort to get to a spot where you can do something like that.
What were you studying?
I was going to go to Duke University for nurse anesthesia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's never too late.
I still can't afford it, dude. I can sell the whole bar, and I still can't afford to go to Duke.
You never
and then
know.
there are cheaper schools and stuff, and it was, you know, they could have been a little more open about how much this was going to cost. A kid from Texas, you know. Anyway, no, I don't. I'm happy with the nursing work that I do now, and I'd rather just keep my bar the way that my bar is, and keep my nursing job the way my nursing job is.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So 5 years, and you were saying that you were in this, I guess, the summer times you were having your like monthly shindigs, and then how you were relating it to like how business changes.
So my bartenders would like for the bar to stay open longer for Fridays and Saturdays. I didn't put that out through the music community yet, that I'm going to continue booking some shows and whatever. I'm not sure if I want to book shows every other Saturday and then have karaoke every other Saturday.
Just kind of figuring it out.
Yeah. So it's like the growth thing. And
We need to talk because I'm a concert promoter.
oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, we'll see. But I do think that there might be ample opportunity to do Fridays and Saturdays this summer.
Awesome.
And it keeps the bartenders bartending, which is great. It keeps the music coming to Hueco Tanks, which is also
Keeps
great.
the vibe out there, yeah.
And I've noticed every year that we start getting this trajectory and this momentum going. Like last year, De La Story did. He came in, he like snuck in. I didn't even know he was in there. And then one day I got like 800 new followers on his. Like, somebody hacked my shit. I don't know 800 people, bro. Like, there's no way. And then my friend in Phoenix, who does the social media stuff, I was like, dude, I think somebody got into my shit. And he's like, no, I think somebody went viral with your shit. And it was De La Story. And I finally saw the video. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know. But, and then maybe something like this, but even without it, the momentum is picking up and picks up. And then I go and I shut the bar down for the summer. And then we rebuild.
Gotta start all over again.
Yeah, it's not a fresh start necessarily, but I can feel the
it's not the
energy
same as from when you were shutting it down for the summer. Yeah, I hear you.
It takes a little bit to get the wheels going again.
Well, I think it's a really cool. I mean, I'm gonna go. I think it's a really neat concept of being out there and having something out in the middle of the boonies. To me, it kind of sounds like what is it? The something Pappy's out in
Pappy and Harriet's.
Thank you. Pappy and Harriet's out in like California.
Joshua Tree.
Yes. Have you heard of it?
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
like to me that's like what I envision. You know, like we've got our own like
Big Thief just played there.
Yeah, that's that music. They do like a
they do all kinds, and it's in the middle of the boonies or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those like for people who like to listen to music and travel to go and listen to music. It's one of those like, oh, it's on my bucket list. I got to get out there. Exactly. You know, and so to me, I kind of see like El Paso's destination music wise is going to be something like the Iron Gnome. You know what I mean? Which is super exciting.
It's really not as far away as people think.
It's not, but it is.
Yeah,
El Pasos don't want to drive to the other side of town, bro. Like I did a scavenger hunt during COVID twice, and they were one of the last stops I did was drop off a gift at Hueco Tanks because I wanted to make people like to bring it up. So every time I would drop off a location, it was to highlight the location and try and get people to remember it or swim by it or whatever, right? And so that was the only one that it took the longest to get. People were picking these things up like within a minute and a half, and this took like hours. You know, but
Diego Robot.
Yeah, he doesn't too. That's why he's one of the ones that inspired me. You get them all? You got a dope collection there. That's awesome. Well, maybe you won mine. No, I'm kidding.
It's the same amount of time to go from downtown to Hueco Tanks as it is from downtown to Las Cruces.
I'm saying, right? And it's such, and it is a mecca around the world, you know, for bouldering. It is gorgeous. It's such a piece of our culture and history here, and with
ancient
the natives, exactly. Like, dude, to me, I got a Simba spot there and everything. We used to hang out there a lot, you know. So where you hang out, and you could just kind of like envision like back in the day how they would communicate with smoke signals or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just has. It's a spectacular piece of land out there.
Everyone should go camping there.
Everyone should go camping. Everyone should visit. Everyone should go on a tour. Everybody should donate. And definitely just check out Hueco Tanks in general. And when you're there, make sure to swing on by the Iron Gnome. Give them a follow again on Instagram. Yeah.
Just Instagram.
Just Instagram. And tell them I sent you. And then of course stay tuned because I'm gonna try and get these guys to tag me in their event so I can share them to the stories and you guys know what's happening. You guys have something coming up soon? You said you're...
this Friday is an Aquarius birthday party.
Awesome.
For all of the Aquariuses.
That's exactly what I started hearing.
It's going to be a karaoke. That's a karaoke night.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, they're having a festival, which is kind of like the aoudad species is invasive in the area. So they hunt some, they butcher them, they pass the meat out around the Hueco Tanks Valley, and then everyone comes together and has a potluck.
It's a tradition that you guys do out there, yeah.
I want to say this might be the 8th or 9th, possibly 10th year that they've been doing that.
When is that?
Interesting.
Saturday.
And the karaoke night?
It's Friday.
And that's this Friday and this Saturday?
Yes.
What day
it's a big weekend out there, so...
I don't even know what today is, Vincent.
Today's the
10th or 11th? I don't know.
13th and 14th.
Do you have the date?
The 14th is
It's the 14th.
14th?
No,
it's a Saturday.
13th is Friday.
13th is Friday.
Friday the 13th.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is
There you go.
karaoke, and Saturday the 14th is
The
potluck.
Okay.
It's very cool.
That's very good.
Yeah, so free food, there's live music, all the things. The food truck will be closed.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't, when there's a potluck, she doesn't do
Of course.
food truck stuff,
Of course. That's awesome. Where and what's the address?
4698 Hueco Tanks Road.
Okay.
79938.
79938. Did we cover everything? We've got the music, we have your upcoming events, where you guys are located, how to find you, who you guys are, the cool concept behind it. I wanted to encourage you guys to check them out. If you love music, this is definitely right up your alley. We've had so much cool stuff in El Paso with So Far Sounds, with EP Hardens, with Star City Studios. This is just another very cool feather in our cap. So make sure you check them out and tell them I sent you. Real quick, what type of tips and advice do you have for business owners? What type of marketing do you do? And do you use AI? If so, how?
So AI, I use Canva to make my Instagram posts. So fundamentally, that's artificial intelligence. Sometimes we'll do, like, I think the thing on my story now for the Friday the 13th, like, this is obviously kind of making fun of AI.
Okay. I like that too. Yeah.
Because it's just outlandishly kind of awful, right?
Yeah.
But it's also great, it gets the point across. It's there. It's not, I don't know. I don't do a lot of Google searches for advice from, what marketing? We don't market. Like, our sign is literally from a can of spray paint. I had my buddy just get up on the covered patio and just spray paint Iron Gnome on it.
Get out there, guys.
And then we put a solar light on it, and that's the market. And the Instagram stuff, if people want to be up to date, but just
that's how to stay on top of it.
I try to do my best to post everything.
But you're also a nurse, saving lives and stuff. So
it's, when the musicians do help create the posts and stuff,
it's a lot easier.
And we can collaborate on those. That helps me out a lot.
Yes. Musicians take note.
Yeah.
Yes.
but it's not mandatory either.
No, but it helps out. It's a scratching backs kind of thing. They want people to come.
Yeah. That's what we want, is for people to be there.
Yeah.
So, and then for new or business owners in general, new business owners, I say keep it simple. Start small and know that time is going to go by, and if you just do a little bit every day, it will eventually. You'll still have more to do every day. So don't try to do it all at once.
How do you eat an elephant?
Yeah, one bite at a time.
One bite at a time.
Yeah.
That's right. That's how you eat an elephant.
And you might have this end vision, but you're not going to get there.
Right away. Yeah, it
right
takes
away.
time.
You might have enough money, but try to spend as little money as possible because you have to keep your costs low in order to even cover keeping the lights on and things.
Overhead. Yeah. I hear you.
So I guess that. And if you have another job, then definitely try to start as a side hustle and then
work into it.
Yeah.
That helps for sure.
Keep equilibrium happening.
Right. And so we covered them all. Marketing. Yeah, we got you. Yeah. Awesome. Is there anything you're asking from the community?
No, if you come out to Hueco Tanks, drive safe. If you start, it's a bar, so if you start drinking and the bartender says, that's it, we know we know if you live at Hueco Tanks, which doesn't make a difference for drinking and driving, but if they tell you to slow down or
I think that's important
it's time to
because
go,
this area has a serious problem with drinking.
Yeah, totally.
I have 2 DWIs. I don't drink at all in the last 16 years myself.
Me too.
But really, that's dope. But I think that it's important for bartenders to actually call it.
Absolutely.
It's
and
a lot of people forget that it's also the bartender's responsibility. Thank you for mentioning that.
That's important to me, but do come out and don't be afraid. You can have a couple drinks and
have a good time. You don't have to be wasted to have a good time.
Right.
Period.
Exactly.
Period.
Yeah, I haven't drank in 67 years, so I'm
Vincent, everybody.
By the way, is there a 102-year-old man who ever goes to your bar?
102?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I don't think so.
My grandfather lives out in Hueco Tanks.
Oh, really?
It's like
right, and he's still kicking. I haven't talked to him in like 16 years, and I don't think anyone in my family. He's doing his own thing, but he lives out there and he's still alive. So I figured that if he's ever out there, he's probably
keep
hanging
an eye
around
out
your
for
parts.
his
I'm
uncle.
sure I know someone who knows him.
Doesn't look 102.
He's about this tall,
Yeah.
and he has very loud voice, and he's 102. So.
Okay. Well, I'll keep an eye out for
Can't
him.
miss them.
By the way, when I said me too, I mean I also don't drink.
Yeah.
I thought like, oh my god, people are gonna think I have a DUI.
No, it's okay. Only I have the DWIs, Vincent. Just
how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm
good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So Vincent, you've been on before.
I have been on before.
You have EP Hardens.
Yeah, I am in my other life, I'm the artistic director for a concert promotion nonprofit.
The Minister of Rock and Roll.
That is my actual job title, and I'm a music teacher at a music program in Segundo Barrio. That is my actual job title, which is great. It's on my business card. But I'm here to talk about a baseball team.
Yes.
A very different thing.
Yeah.
This was a last minute thing, so should I just spill out?
Just do it.
Okay.
That's what we're here for.
I started an open community baseball team called the West Texas Wind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Texas Wind.
West Texas Wind is the name of the baseball team. So in short, there is this open to the public baseball league that started in Austin called Sandlot Revolution. So it's just a bunch of people hanging out and play like Sandlot baseball for kids, but for adults. And the idea is that it's not particularly competitive. It's not it's just vibes. It doesn't cost money. People just kind of hang out, and it spread to El Paso a few years ago. A couple of friends of mine and I helped start the very first Sandlot team in El Paso called the Chupacabras. Mm-hmm. And in the last year, I started my own team called the West Texas Wind. And then from there are now 4 other teams or 3 other teams. So there's 5 teams in El Paso.
That's dope.
And we have a whole season planned. So this is what the logo looks like.
Do you guys play the Sandlot Baseball Revolution?
We're part of it.
Technically,
the league, it's not like a registered league. It's just like, hey, we're a Sandlot team. So the idea is literally anyone who wants to play baseball, anyone, regardless of experience or gender or anything, can come and play Sandlot Baseball. And we practice on Sundays at 2 p.m. at Braden Abood Park on the west side. And we have our whole season announced. Let me pull that up. Yeah, so we've collaborated with the 4 other teams in El Paso, and there's 2 teams, one in Marfa and one in Alpine. So we have 1 game every month, and we have 2 games where we're traveling, one's to Marfa and one's to Alpine. And the idea is baseball's a vibe. It's the least It's the sport that requires the least effort and the most thought, which is great. That's what I was saying right now, that like, I always joke and say, because people, whenever I talk to people, if I ever go on a date, people say like, oh, I'm not into sports. I say, don't worry, baseball's not a real sport. It's great. It's just a vibe. You can go to a baseball game and completely ignore it and still have a good time.
You're not wrong.
And you
I
can
love going to baseball games.
Yeah, and I'm a baseball like nerd. Like whenever I go to baseball games, I keep score with a book. Like that's how much of a nerd I am. And I think that you can get as much out of a baseball game by checking out or by checking in as much as possible, which is great. Like it's very difficult to check out at a football game because everyone's angry and everyone's just screaming. You have to be invested in some way to participate. But the idea for this is that literally anyone who, like I had never thrown a baseball to another human being in my life before I joined this team a couple of years ago. And I lived from zero. I just bought a glove and I was like, let's see, because I've adored baseball my whole life. What were you gonna say?
No, I was just trying to listen.
But no, I've been a huge baseball fan my whole life, and I've always watched games, and I'm pretty like I'm super nerdy, and when it comes to watching baseball, it's given me a lot of like situational awareness and a lot of life awareness. But it wasn't until 2 or 3 years ago where I was like, I want to play baseball. How old was I 3 years ago? 28, 29, something like that, and I always joke and say that I'm 67.
57.
I always joke and say that I'm 67, and I was just like, I've never played baseball before. Let me try it, and I was so bad. Of course, you're going to be bad at something if you've never done it before, right? If I tried to climb Hueco Tanks, I would get really hurt unless I had a guide.
You'd look kind of funny.
Right, and that's something that we all need to do. We all need to look embarrassed, and we all need to be embarrassed, and we all need to like absolutely, utterly fail more often. We're way too afraid of that.
Get humbled a little.
Yes.
My favorite, and this is talking about baseball in general as opposed to this, but my favorite thing to tell people about baseball is that the greatest baseball players in the world only hit the ball 30% of the time. It is statistically the hardest thing to do in any sport is hit a baseball.
Hit a ball with a stick.
The greatest ball players only hit it 30% of the time. So the people who are best at this in the entire world have to be okay with failing 7 out of 10 times, which is an amazing thing. Yeah. But like, have you guys ever played baseball before as kids? Sure. And I mean, it's a vibe when you're a kid. It's a vibe when you're an adult. Sure. And it's funny because there's a lot of the reason we started this league is people always ask like, oh, do you play softball? And from what I understand, like softball leagues in El Paso are just an excuse to get hammered and yell at each other.
Isn't that like kind of a thing, like sports in general?
Yeah, but baseball's not a real sport, so we're checking out.
Okay.
So like
a lot of people on their computers right now.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, I'm joking. I'm just saying that it's like people expect sports to be like aggressive and loud and competitive and like athletic. And if you want to play baseball, you do not have to be aggressive or loud or competitive or athletic. Look at Bartolo Colon. He was like an obese man who was one of the greatest pitchers in the world. Sure. And you have tall people, you have little people, you have big people, you have small people, and it's as long as you can hit a ball with a stick. And I think you learn a lot about I think one of the things that it's most important here is because like the team that we modeled ourselves after in terms of the vibe is the Rvmpvge Gallos, which is a great name.
Sorry.
Great.
Sorry. That's so Marfa.
Yeah, they're great. They're fantastic. And then so the five teams, or not here, but the teams in the area. There's the El Paso Chupacabras were the first ones.
And you made that one.
Two friends of mine and I kind of joined it. It was in progress, and I joined it.
But
and
they're
turning
still
a thing.
around.
They're still around, and then it kind of changed leadership, and it changed leadership again, and then some friends of mine and I took it over, and then I started this team. But the Chupacabras are the first El Paso team. Okay. My team is called the West Texas Wind, and I'll talk more about everything here in a bit. So there's the Chupacabras, the West Texas Wind. There's the Zorros Locos, the El Paso Zorros Locos, which is a great name. They're based on the east side. Chupacabras are based in Central. We're based on the west side. There's the Lone Star Phillies, brand new team. They're based in the northeast. And then there is the Sock Puppets, who are a group of former high school players, and those guys are really, really good players, and they're based in the Lower Valley. So and then there's the Rvmpvge Gallos, and then there's the Alpine Cattle Dogs. And they play, ironically, even though they're based in Alpine, they play in Fort Davis at this historic
it's a really neat old field.
Park. Yeah. And so those are the 7 teams in the area, and we have, the way we figured this out is that we have one game home and 1 game away for every team. So that's about 1 game every 3 weeks.
Awesome.
So our first game is on February 28th, and Marfa's coming here. We play our home, even though we practice on the west side, we play our home games at Escalate Park at the field number 4. But the asterisk is going to be that February 28th is going to be at field 10. So look it up. But anyway, every team has a sort of a different vibe. Like Marfa, like they don't even practice. It's 100% vibe. They just go out there, and even if the ball goes by, they're like which is cool. And if some teams do different things, like some teams, if you miss, it's like, oh, give me another pitch. Let me see if I can try to hit it. There's no rules. Like, who cares? And the idea.
How do you know when the game's over?
And then that's a good question. And each team has different rules. Like some teams play 9 innings. Some we play 7 because generally, if you have such a amateurish level of baseball, it tends to go pretty long. So we do 7-inning games, and those are usually 3-hour games. Okay. Our games. I mean, baseball games are generally that long in general, but you can even though we're not professionals or not skilled, since no one is good at defense. We have games that are the game will end and it'll be 11-8 because everyone's it's easier to hit a baseball on our team than it is in professional leagues. Yeah. But there's no crazy defensive plays trying to stop everyone. So there's just lots of hitting and it
sounds like either way it's going to be entertaining.
Oh yeah,
you're going to have a great time.
And there's girls on our team. It's co-ed. It's not all ages. It's hard to articulate. It's for adults, but we had one guy join the team a couple years ago who he was about to graduate high school. Now he's an adult, and it's a safe space. We don't. Okay, and this is where every team is different. We're not really we don't drink. I'm the manager of this team, and I personally don't drink. So I think I've surrounded myself with people who are just kind of there for the vibe. Every once in a while, a guy will show up with a beer. But there's other teams like the Chupacabras. They're a party team, and I don't mean that. I mean that in a complimentary way. The Chupacabras, they're really oh, órale, vámonos, and it's their vibe.
Yeah.
We're and then certain teams like the Zorros Locos, they're really they're really good players. They make crazy defensive plays and they hit home runs and they play really hard. And the Phillies are brand new, so we don't know what they're going to be like. We're going to play our first game against them in August. And then the Sock Puppets they were an old high school team, except they're all in their late 40s now. So they still have the skills, and they've been doing it for 20 years.
Walking on the field.
Right.
Torn up shoulders now.
Right.
Bad knees.
And we
hold that beer.
And some teams don't even keep score. We like to keep score. The reason we like to keep score is because we think keeping score is part of the fun. I think if we know who's winning, it's part of the fun. And we also think that defense, we really rigidly practice our defensive abilities because we think that defense is part of the game. It's part of making a crazy catch is as fun as hitting a ball. And again, if you don't make a play, who cares? It's great, and that's why none of us get angry. And every team has a vibe, and every team has a spot in the city. So if anyone, your question is going to be are we asking anything of the community? Yes. It's whoever wants to join this league. Every team is on Instagram. I don't have Instagram personally as a human being. I have a friend of mine. Our third baseman runs the Instagram, but it's Wtxwbaseball. Stands for West Texas Wind. Wtxwbaseball, and you can email us at wtxwbaseball@gmail.com if you don't have Instagram like me. But we're seeking a sponsor, and we're talking to some local businesses about sponsoring because we need to pay for field rentals, we need to pay for uniforms, and we need to pay for equipment. And we also, the trade-off is we want to have all of our games advertised on FitFam. We advertised our first game and it blew up. That's how I assembled this team, was through a FitFam ad. FitFam's
awesome.
Turns out it's pretty interesting. Turns out a lot of people look at it.
It's on Instagram.
It's on Instagram. Yeah, I didn't know. Someone told me a few years ago, Vincent, you came out on FitFam, and I was like, what the hell is FitFam?
That's usually not good.
Yeah, it's usually bad.
I had a really bad day, and I was dancing in the rain at a baseball game at the Chihuahua Stadium, and everyone was like,
Vincent.
Yeah, it was fun. People were like, my family was like, are you embarrassed? And I was like, of course, it's great. Everyone needs to be embarrassed. It's healthy for you. But this is what our uniforms plan to look like. Those are pretty clean.
I like it.
And we're going to put the logo of whatever
That's cool.
sponsor sponsors us. And we're going to sell these shirts These are the shirts that
Oh,
are
those
going to
are
be for sale. But we'll have them for sale to like raise money. And where is the hat? Where is the hat? And what a hat. That's only OGs get that reference. Here's the hat. The hat's going to be like this.
Oh, nice. I like the colors.
And our colors are yellow and blue, sunshine and rain.
I like it.
And those were the original colors of El Paso. When the city of El Paso seal was created in the 40s, it was those like light blue and dark yellow, and then we have like a pink outline because pink is healthy for you. And what else do we have here? Oh, have I ever used AI? No.
Okay.
All of these flyers I've designed on Photoshop. Nice. Photoshop is technology. Mm-hmm. Do you mean technology like Canva, or do you mean like?
No, Canva has AI also, but but yeah, Photoshop I think is a little more OG, and you're putting the words on there and building it. Where as opposed to other things, we just kind of tell it what to do and it does it for us.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm not.
I love Vincent. Everybody.
I like working extra hard. I like making life hard for myself because it means everything else is easy.
Yeah.
But I play first base, and then it's literally anyone who wants. We personally, West Texas, when we're looking for pitchers, my shirt is unbuttoned. I should have checked that before I left.
That's all right. Today. You're good.
But we're looking for pitchers. We're short pitchers, so if anyone wants to pitch, we would love that.
Okay.
And reach out to the Chupacabras, or to the Lone Star Phillies, or to the Zorros Locos, or the Sock Puppets. I don't think the Sock Puppets have Instagram, but It is absolutely a vibe, and also next year there might be a lockout. There's a labor dispute in Major League Baseball, so if there is no baseball next year, there's baseball here, and you get to participate in it.
Yes,
Did you ever play baseball or softball?
I didn't play anything, bro. I didn't play any sports.
I was like, did you ever as a kid?
No, I didn't play anything.
Okay.
I never joined a sport. I was like, screw the man. Where's the music?
Where's the music?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, for the record, we do have a DJ. And
Okay.
we do have like a very, and this is where my specialty comes in. We do have a very curated playlist of music that we play during our games.
Yeah.
Because it's a vibe. It's a Sandlot vibe.
Well, real quick, since you're here, what's your upcoming show for EP Hardens?
We don't have anything planned at the moment.
Okay.
We have something really big that we're planning that
Okay.
we haven't announced yet.
All
So
right.
We refocused all of our energy into something new.
Well, let me know when you're ready to announce.
Oh God. I just came from a meeting having to do with that, and I'm just like, But so the actual announcement, because when is this going to go up?
Tonight.
Okay. This goes for you all too, and you. We have our tryouts, even though there's no auditions. It's a sport. Our tryouts, I guess, are going to be on Sunday the 21st. We're going to have an ad, and we're going to have as many people as possible who want to be on the team. And if your vibe fits one of the other teams, we might direct you in that way. And if you know what I mean? We're not cutting people.
Yeah.
But it's hey, we have 8 first basemen who want to be on this team. Well, that team needs first basemen.
Yeah,
you might want to check them out. But
share the love.
So February 21st is when we're going to have our actual, our big open tryout. If anyone wants to join our team and wants to join any of the other teams. And our first actual game is February 28th at Escalate Park, field number 10, against the Marfa Yonke Gallos. It's free to the public. Just come and hang out and drink some Gatorade and buy some peanuts and Cracker Jack and all that jazz, and enjoy the music. Listen to some Emerson, Lake and Palmer. I don't know why I thought of them. I don't think that's very baseball-y music, but yeah.
Check out the vibe.
West Texas Wind, and also we're on Instagram apparently.
Love it. Thank you. All right, guys. Did we cover everything?
I think so.
Yeah, we got it all? Yeah. All right, I
Covered
love
all the
it.
bases.
We covered all the bases. When is your all's grand opening again?
February 21st as well, actually.
Feb 21st. Awesome. 28th?
Our first game is February 28th, yeah.
And then 13 to 14, you have something this weekend. Yeah. All right, awesome. I'm going to put all that on YouTube tonight so everybody has the information. El Paso, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to go local as much as possible, more so than ever. Our businesses need our help, so please go out and support them. We want to help keep the doors open, Everything's hard for everybody right now, but if you have it and you want to show some love, go local. I do want to thank El Paso Family Dental for sponsor shout out, right? El Paso Family Dental. If you guys are looking for a dentist, I highly recommend them. I cannot say enough great things about them. Rvmpvge Strength. If you guys are looking for a 24-hour gym here in Central, I love them. Personal training is excellent, and they always have some cool promos going on. I think this month is 2 for 1. And then also Star City Studios. Thank you for always allowing me to use your gorgeous space. Without you, I literally couldn't do this show. I do work at Leo Marketing. If anybody needs help, it's a full service marketing agency. I can help with TV, radio, billboard, print, and online streaming. I can help with social media. Video production is huge for us. Graphic design, photography, SEO, SEM, PR, community outreach, all that stuff. I can help you. If you guys need help with Annie's adventures and being featured on my page, just reach out to me and I can help you with that as well. But if you guys need anything, need recommendations, let me know and I'll send you a list. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back next time. I think it's next Wednesday we have our next show. So see you then. Bye.